Man like Izzy.
Come on, D. Let's start this.
This is a brand new channel, brand new topics, brand new. Me and Izzy, let me just break a little bit down before we even get into it. Me and Izzy, we talk often, and when we're talking, like we kind of realise that when it comes down to like football and growing up in challenged areas, deprived areas, like there's like a juxtaposition for a lot of people, and people don't really know what's cool, what's not cool, what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing. And Izzy is a person that made it pro. Let me ask you a question. Because this is a rumor.
Questions already, yeah?
I don't even know if this is true or not. Are you the youngest West Ham debutant? Because this is a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not.
I would have been because it was I was 16 and Joe Cole I think he just turned 17 and he was at Old Trafford. So if I would have come on, I would have been the youngest. So, but I didn't come on because like Man United kept the ball for like 5 minutes and the ball didn't come on.
Oh, you were scheduled to come on?
But I was on the sideline.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So this is,
the numbers already went up. Numbers went up. I'm just standing there.
What number was you?
39. Yeah, 39. Yeah, number was all like, number came up, everything. Like, just waiting now for the ball to go out.
Yeah.
Come on. And Scorsese them, I just the ball, bro. I was 16 then. Like, you know what I mean? It was mad, bro. It was Old Trafford. I looked up to Man United as well, because that's when I signed my schoolboys. It was at Upton Park against Man United, and Ferguson like introduced me to all their players. And like, you know what I mean? So I've always like respected United as well. Respected Ferguson for that, because a young kid like meeting all these huge players and that, it was a big deal for me still. And then I was about to make my debut at Old Trafford. It was mad, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But yeah, that's life though. But yeah, you were saying, you know, growing up in deprived areas and, you know, coming out and making something of yourself. You know, like you said, we grew up in the same ends and like we talk a lot. We've got a lot of mutual friends together that we kind of meet up. We'll do the grown thing, we'll meet up, have a nice drink, food.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? And the conversation
Real
started.
Convos, man. Nothing
you know,
silly.
yeah, for sure. Because that's how this kind of started, this idea.
That's
you know what I mean?
exactly how this started. Also as well, before we even start, big up all the footballers and people trying to be footballers that I know as well. Let me just shout out a couple of them, like the Lescott, big up Michael Hector. It's gonna be a lot harder for him to do this, but big up big up the Fortunes, that's family.
Yeah, big
Fortunes, that's family. John Clay and all them. Fordy. Yeah. Big up Fordy.
Kane, Chops.
Kane, big up everybody. Big up Kane, my brother
there.
Kane.
Yeah.
His drinks always, man.
Yeah, come on, Duppy Share.
Duppy Share.
Everyone, look it up. Go and get your Duppy Share now.
Yeah, but we're just gonna be talking and conversing about growing up and.
Yeah, we just want to talk about real life. You know, not just football. We want to talk about real life. So, like, this show is going to be called like Road to Wembley, because, you know what I mean, when I say Road to Wembley, you know what I mean, we're talking about being, you know, people know what your road, you know, people know what road is. You know what I mean? People know what road is. People know what football is. You know what I mean? Because like where we grew up, you don't get many options. You know what I mean? So it's either like you do the sports thing, music, like say music, sports, road. Those are probably 3 of the top 5 kind of thing. Like, you know, people kind of
see their way out.
Yeah, see their way out.
Do you know what I find it with football is, because obviously I've played a lot of sport, but I don't never to the level of your level. But I find young boys that are playing football and from, like I say, the hood, struggle to grasp like the opportunity that they have if they maybe have an opportunity. Did you find that when you was growing up?
100%, bro.
That's what you found the same thing?
Yeah, 100%.
Did you feel like you were supported in that from your peers?
It's a tough one though, because my mentality was different, bro. You get me? My story was different because from a young age, like I felt like I had no choice but to make it. You know what I mean? And nothing else mattered to me. Like it's with like, obviously, so I was in a home from 14. So I was in a home, Manor Park, with Little Titch.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mad. Like we got there the same day. Grantham
I
Road.
didn't even know he was in a home.
Yeah, we was at a home, Grantham Road. Like I remember, like we was same day we got in that home. I remember like his brother Perry, like come to see him, like and grab it. It was mad. So anyway, yeah. So I was in a home from then. Yeah. So I kind of felt alone, and I felt I have to do this. You get me? Like because if I don't do it,
where you going?
Where am I going, bro? So I had that like single-mindedness.
But when you're doing that, what you do? What you going training on your own and all that?
Yeah, bro. Like so from young, from like 14. Like, so it's weird you say that. So our training ground was at Chadwell Heath, right?
Who's ours?
West Ham. So I cool.
Yeah, so how did you get there? But how did you?
How did I get to West Ham?
Yeah, because I'm trying to feel what you got.
That's true. I just jumped to West Ham. All right, cool. So went to Hartley Primary School in East Ham. Then it's weird because the last year at Hartley, we had a football team, yeah, but when I got to the last year, our football team, the teacher left, so we didn't have a football team. So I'm like, I was dying to play football, bro. So we had a cricket team, but we didn't have a football team. So when I got to secondary school, I'm like, I'm joining the football team. Like, you know what I mean? So joined the football team, like had trials. Mr. Agas called trials for the first year.
Agas, you know.
Yeah, come big up, Dave.
Everyone, he's a legend.
He's a legend. Everyone knows him in Newham.
In East London,
Essex,
East
not just
London.
even Newham.
There's a legend, bro.
So we went to, so we had the trials. Like first time, obviously I met 4D, Carter, and like these are boys that I'm friends with now. Like these are friends for life. Like we met them from when I was 11, you know what I mean?
God, blimey.
Like, so got there and these mans had boots and I had plimsolls. I'm like, all right, cool. Because I've never played on grass before really, because our primary school was concrete. So we just played on concrete. So it was just trainers and that. So, because we never had a team, so I never played like, so we got there, it was on grass and that, and then these man had boots and I'm slipping everywhere. You know what I mean? So like,
you got no one to buy you the equipment.
I got no one to buy me boots and that, bro. So I'm just struggling. I'm thinking, but the teacher saw I had ability. You know what I mean? I was strong. I had like, I had a good touch. I had skill and that, but I was just slipping. You know what I mean? But he called me in. So he goes, look, like we're gonna pick a team. I made a team, obviously 4D, because 4D was playing football from the day he played for district and that. So he was probably the best player in the team, back then when we first started. So got to the A team, made the A team in school, and played a few games. I remember our first game was against Barking Abbey. We lost that like 6-1. Like, it was mad. But then, we started recruiting more players and that. But this time, I still had the plimsolls, bro. I remember that district trial. My first district trial, I had plimsolls on, bro.
Oh, mate. Did you get in?
Yes, still get in, bro. I remember Dave said, you're gonna have to get boots. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? So
you was good.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to get boots. So I went home, and my mum, I came home and I said, Mum, we were poor, bro. No joke. You know what I mean? We were poor. So I said, so my mum, like, we lived with my older sister and that, and my mum, she was older, but she used to do babysitting, like, she just helped people who was working. A lot of the black mums there, a lot of the single mums, they didn't have anyone to look after their kids and they wanted to go and work. So my mum, she used to look after the kids, basically it was for free. They just used to, like, now and again, give her a bit of money for helping. So I went home and I said, Mum, I need boots, and she must have, like, what African parents, right? It's weird. Like, my mum had this wrapper and they used to have, like, their money in their wrapper. Like, they used to tie it, so my mum would tie it and, like, have money there, tie it all up. So I said, like, Mum, I need boots. And she looked at me and she goes, you really wanna play, like, football, like, So he said, like, you really wanna play football? And I said, yeah, I really wanna play. Like, all my friends are playing, and I need this to play. The teacher said I need this to play. And she opened up her wrapper and that, and, like, she had, like, I remember she had, like, £20. That's all she had left. And she just give it to me. She goes, here, like, take this. I was like, rah. Because I was thinking, that's all her. Even then, obviously, like, 11, I knew.
That's all she had.
That's all she had.
Yeah, facts.
Like, you know what I mean? And, like, even taking it, it was a conflict for me. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking I could still play my plimsolls and that, but I know I needed them boots. You know what I mean? And
these times you're not thinking about, see, this is what I'm saying, these times you're not thinking about the opportunity.
No.
You're just thinking about the passion.
Yeah, I just want to play football.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to play football, like, because I know I'm good, but I just want to play and, like, you know what I mean? And be better than
everyone else.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So I took the money. Next day after school, I went to Kasarati. I don't know if you know Kasarati. It was on Barking Road, opposite opposite Town Hall. Yeah, opposite Edwards. Used to be by school uniforms. I don't know, Ian Edwards, I think it's called, the school uniform place. So I went to Kasarati. So yeah, I went there and I said, what can I get for £20? Remember back then, yeah, Fordy had Puma Kings. And I'm sure Puma Kings are like £80.
You said that's the reason it was good.
No, like, it was good. So I guess, like, you know what I mean? To be fair, man, like, big up to like Henry and Elaine. You know what I mean? Big support to Fordy, man. Fordy's parents, big up to Fordy. You know what I mean? They're like parents to me as well. But yeah, so all the boys had like really good boots and stuff like that. I remember that. But I went to Kasarati and I said, like, look, what can I get for £20? I can't look at the Reebok and the Puma, the Nike boots. Like, I can't look at them size there.
Yeah.
So
That's reach.
Yeah, that's not my budget.
That's a reach.
So like the guy goes, there's a high tech. Don't know if you remember high tech.
Who's man remembers high tech, bro? That's how you know it's funny when my man.
Wait, he's laughing, yeah.
Because you know man remembers high tech.
Oh, you remember high tech, innit?
Bro, that was a forbidden.
Come on,
that you should.
You're finished, especially on the ends. You're finished.
You're not allowed to wear them.
Trust
Back
me.
then, you
You'd be
allowed
finished.
to wear them.
But alright, cool.
But big up high tech though. Because
Yeah, come on. Those were my first boots.
When you get older, you realize brands.
The high tech with the red like with the red signs and that. So we went there. There was one for £25, but there was one for £19.99, isn't it? And I remember this, bro. Like, it's mad, and it's still coming back to me. £19.99.
Man was 11, you know.
Yeah, £19.99. So obviously, like, I only had £20, so I had to take the £19.99 out. Like, but for me, those boots were the Puma Kings. They were my first boots.
You never had boots.
Never had boots. So like, they were like Puma Kings. I couldn't wait to get home. I got home, like, the stud, like, you know, the lock, the silver things. Old school, like, you had to tighten it, like a wrench. So I went home, bro, opened the box, fresh smell, bro. Got it, the studs were loose, and I was there, like, tightening it up, like, you know, give my mum a big hug.
Worked to school the next day on the concrete,
Bro.
everything. You remember that?
Bro, like, I wanted to wear them to school, like my school shoes, that joke. But bro, yeah, I went, like, you know what I mean, we had a game and I had my boots on. It was such a difference, bro. Huge difference, bro. Like, and I just accelerated from there, got into the district team.
What position was you playing though? What position was you?
It was a good question, bro. I used to be a forward and a midfielder. You know what I mean? Preferred playing up front, so I played up top. It was weird, actually. I played in midfield for West Ham when I first joined them, but before then, I was playing up front for school. I played in midfield for district as well.
So you see when you're because West Ham. So how did that situation? Because obviously these times you're a striker. You're saying you're a forward.
Midfield striker.
Forward,
yeah, depending. I could play both. Like, just depending who's there at the time, you know what I mean? Because we had some good player that age group. Like, so from the first year,
we talking secondary school,
yeah, secondary school.
What
so
school
11.
What
I went Langdon.
Langdon,
yeah. So went to Langdon first year, got into the district team. Then Mr. Agas, like, Ipswich was coming to watch me, and I think Arsenal was watching me then, but I wanted to go to West Ham because that's where, like, some of the boys were at Newham, that played for Newham, because at district people talk. Because like Fordy was at Charlton, Amos was at West Ham, other boys just talked about what clubs there were, you know, and I lived at Upton Park, so I see people going to the stadium every day, and I wanted to, you know, I want to play for that club next to me. Like, you know, that's my team. Like, you know, so he spoke to the scout, the West Ham scout, you know, to come and watch me. He goes, "I'll watch this kid, man. He's got a bit about him." So the scout come, and like the scout was like, "Nah." Like, raw, after the game, bro, I banged in like 3 goals. The scout was like, nah. So like Agas was like, "Are you sure?" So he goes, "Yeah." He goes like, "I don't think he's like West Ham fit." Stuff like that. Okay, Agas goes, "Okay, no problem." So I was about to go to either Arsenal or Ipswich. Like back then, I was thinking, because everyone was in a club and I wasn't. I was the only one. You know what I mean? Like the district team. So it was mad. And but Agas said to the guy, "Listen, just take him in it. Just take him on the trial, and see how he gets on. Just one trial, right?" So I remember. So the guy goes, "Okay, cool." So I went there. So I'm like, I've never seen like everyone on talent level was high. But remember, I just played school and district. But now this is like
everyone's the same level as you.
Oh, everyone.
Or
the
better.
Talent. No, but better. No, definitely not better. But like when everyone's on same par, you're like, raw. Like you're seeing people like thinking, bro, who's that kid? That's when I first see Joe Cole. I'm like, nah.
How good was he?
Bro.
Because people say he was as good as.
Nah, bro.
How good was he? Was he like? Because technically he's probably one of the best English players anyway. So I can't imagine what he was like when he was young.
You know, like, I don't know. You know, with black people, yeah, when people do things, like, and you're like, like we do some mad noises, innit? When we see talent,
mad extra,
we'll be screaming like, you know, we're watching football together, like, you know, what I mean, doing madness.
All of that. Do that again.
That's what I'm saying.
All of that.
That's what Joe Cole did to me, bro. In training, like, I just stood there like with mouth open, like screaming,
good like that.
Nah. Bro,
so he was always gonna make it.
He was always gonna make it.
Always.
There's no way that Joe Cole could never have made it. Impossible unless he broke his leg. Impossible.
God forbid.
And a few people tried to do it though. In games. Because I remember I played midfield with him. I was his protector. Yeah. Like for real, bro. Like anyone touch him, bro. Like,
before you even start getting into your story, because there's a lot. Because obviously, people don't know. Obviously, it goes into jail and all that.
Oh yeah. My story is like a film, bro. It's mad.
Yeah, it's a mad thing.
Yeah.
At the beginning, but before we get into that, who's the best? Them times there, who's the person that had the most talent to you, or the most?
Joe Cole.
Easy.
Yeah, Joe Cole, easy. Yeah, 100%.
No, without
he made football look easy. You know what though? You know when people used to watch him?
Was he better than Defoe?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah. But you know the thing with Joe, right? Now big up to Defoe though. Big up to
that's
Jem.
my cousin as well.
Yeah, big up to Jem. Jem. The reason I say he's better, yeah, because it's different position. So Jem's the best finisher. Like, you know, Joe Cole can't finish like Jem. No one could. Really. Like 90 was close. Big up to 90 as well. 90 was a top finisher.
Who's
but
90?
Jem, Leon Knight.
Oh, Leon Knight. Oh, yeah, he's bad.
Knight was a bad boy. Yeah, bad boy finisher. Like these all our age group. We all grew up together and that. But Jem was the best finisher. But they played different positions. So, but the reason I said like Joe Cole was the best. People think Joe Cole just had natural talent. Nah, man. He worked on his game. You know what I mean? He will see a skill and he will be like in his area, like kicking the ball against the wall and just practicing. Like for hours, just practicing. So like, when people say it's natural talent, this kid worked on his talent.
Well, yeah.
Like, he's a hard worker, bro.
Yeah, do you think you can make it without hard work?
You can't make it without hard work. And I've played with a lot of talented people growing up. Like people that should have made it. Should have made it. I remember a kid, I played at Ripaway. I remember a kid, I can't remember his name, left-footed. Oh man, this kid was so slick. Like, so slick, bro. And then the road took him, you know what I mean? That's what this is about, like road to Wembley. So it's like, you know, so you choose a lane and he chose that lane and, you know what I mean? He went missing. Like, this is a kid that could have been a millionaire playing football.
Anyway, he went.
Like, You know what I mean? Everything legit money.
Oh, could you imagine? Fam?
Like, legit money, bro. And
I
he
think people
chose.
underestimate. I think when you get older, everyone realizes, hold on a minute, I wish.
Come on. And like, there's a lot of disappointment, like, because we had some talent, man. Remember Casey Ashman? There's so many talented people, bro. Come on, bro.
Level football.
Level, bro. Casey.
Like,
Casey would have played for England. No joke.
We went for Power League, and he's playing football. And you know, like when you go to certain players and you see, there's a different level between somebody that is good and somebody that is potentially pro.
Yeah.
It's a completely different level.
Completely different.
Like, you can play with all the professionals you like and whatever. The only person that could compete with Casey was John.
Yeah.
Like, when you're playing, obviously when Clayton used to come over, he was like, they stand out.
Yeah, you could.
That's what I realized about Casey. His talent was undeniable.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, bro. He was unbelievable.
His talent was.
And remember, that's him playing when you just come out of jail. So he's unfit. He's imagine him when he was growing up and like he was playing football every day. Bro, this kid was a joke, bro.
And the money that people were getting paid, like, when he would have been around there, would have been at the highest.
Oh, yeah, because he was the same age as Jem. They were a year younger than us, and like, you know, and look how Jem's career turned out. He's like, you know, a household name, played for England, and that should have been Casey as well. You know, no joke. But, you know, so...
You're at West Ham, go on.
I don't even remember where we come off track. And, you know, so the scout took me to West Ham first day. It was a night time. I remember we trained at a car park in Chadwell Heath. It's just concrete. And like Peter Braybrook, you know, rest in peace. He was our coach then. So so we were just then. I did my thing. West Ham wanted me to come back. You know, they said straight away we want to sign you. You know, after the first session, and that was it.
So the scout was wrong then?
Of course. Come on. And like, I don't know what he didn't see. Everybody else saw it. You know what I mean? So he took me there, and then he was like, when they said, "Yeah, we want to sign him," then he tried to take all the glory. You know what I mean? Like it was him. Like he was him who scattered me when he like refused the first time and that. And I was happy because that was my local club and that was my club. You know what I mean? I wanted to be there, and I knew a few people there, and one of my close friends, Amos, was there, and so signed for West Ham. Moving up, you know, got to say third year of school, and that's when Essex County came in and trials at Lillishall and England and stuff like that.
Oh, it was a football school and all that,
Yeah, bro. Lillishall was mad, bro.
We went there. Did everyone go there? Everyone went there.
Yeah, you know what? It's man, bro. My life.
Was it like a boarding school?
Yeah, it's a boarding school. You know, I had the letter to go trials for Lillishall, and I just. You know, I didn't feel comfortable, like, because I didn't have the money, bruv. I just like, you know what I mean? I was like, I didn't go because of that. I didn't go on a trial because I'm thinking like, I see everyone, their parents, like when training, when you ask me, you know, I used to go training by myself after school and stuff like that, take 2 buses to Chadwell Heath and then get home, do my homework, whatever. But I used to see the parents like taking their kids to training and taking them home. Well, I know I'm catching 2 buses, 3 buses, getting home.
That's a big difference.
It's a big difference, bro.
It's a big difference.
You know what I mean? But that's my determination. I wanted to make it. Like, nothing was stopping me, bro. I'll take 10 buses to get to training.
But this is young. You figured this out young, though.
Young, bro. I had no choice. You did have a choice, but you chose that path. Yeah, that's true.
You did have a choice.
That's true. I knew I had to, like, you know what I mean? I wanted to do something.
You wanted to sort it out?
From a young age, I wanted to do something.
Have you ever felt conflicted?
I was never that deep in. You know what I mean? I just knew them, and because I play ball, they never wanted to drag me in. You know what I mean?
So you had supportive.
Yeah, there was like, no. You know what I mean? This ain't for you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You get me? So like, which I rated them for that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like,
big.
But in my mentality as well, I never like wanted to go. I know he won't mind me saying, like Amos Like he was out, like before games.
Oh, you mean raving at that?
Yeah, bro. like man's raving Saturday, we had game Sunday. I'm talking about when he's like 14, 15.
Oh, I hear his thing.
Like, you get
I
me?
hear his thing.
So like, Moss's thing was long. Like for me, I couldn't do that.
Did he get to the same level as you got to? What was his where did he get to? What level?
Mossy, he signed his scholarship, but injuries held him back though, man, because he got injured before me, his knees. Yeah, he had really bad injuries as well. So that kind of held him back. So but he made pro though. He played professionally. He played for Bournemouth. Like, you know what I mean. So yeah, he did his thing still. He came back from injury and like, and he done well. He done well.
Yeah, that's what happened with you, injuries, isn't it?
Yeah. Injuries slowed me down,
knees?
man. Yeah, knees. Once knees are gone like
but that was you had your knee issues young.
Young. First op was 17. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had them young, bro.
Do you ever like feel like why did you get those injuries kind of
Yeah.
thing? Where do you think you would have been if like?
I would have played for England. Like, listen.
Yeah,
I ain't bigging up myself though. Now, real talk.
No, real.
Yeah, because I definitely would have played for England because I was one of the youngest in the under 18s team. Like gonna go and push on to the 21s. Like I remember that under 18s team. Like I was 16. My first year, YT. I got into under 18 with like John Woodgate, Alan Smith, Carrick, Cole, Ledley King. Like these are all people that play for England. I was in the same,
level.
Yeah, I was in the same level. I was the youngest. You know what I mean? So I was really with them when I was younger.
Okay.
I definitely would have played for England. I was like, that would never, without injuries, bro.
You would have just been, and you could have gotten.
Bro.
Anyway.
Like people knew it as well. They knew. Like, I had a lot of talent. You know what I mean? Like I just had that confidence. And it wasn't arrogance, it was confidence. People mislike.
Yeah, but you need that though.
Yeah, you need it to make it to the top.
Man. You can't go into somewhere, especially like I say, being the skin colour that we are, because it must have been. Did you find that about that those barriers?
Huge barriers.
You found that barriers as well.
Huge barriers, bro. Huge barriers. Because every time, like, okay, so my coaches, I had some issues with my coaches, right? But they'll see me as arrogant, maybe, and like he's got a chip on his shoulder. It wasn't a chip on my shoulder, bro. It's something like, it was
your environment.
Yeah, it was the environment.
You see every day.
Like, yeah, come on, like because they didn't understand where we come from. Yeah. So their first instinct was, he's got a chip on his shoulder. No. Talk to me. Understand who I am first. You know what I mean. You don't know me. You just see Izzy come in, play football for me, and that's it. You don't know my life. You don't know what I have to go to. Like, I can't get food when I get home and stuff like that.
Yeah, facts.
Like, you don't even know that.
Yeah, they had plimsolls. And
yeah, you're telling me that I got a chip on my shoulder. Like, you know what I mean? There was a huge barriers. Like, you had to be better than
twice as good. You got to be twice as
good.
Like,
it's true facts.
That's like you felt that.
Yeah, it's true facts.
And then when you got to say 16, 17 kind of thing, because you said you first up 17, when did you kind of like, cause obviously, first who did you play against for your debut for West Ham?
What?
When you were young, who was your first?
When I was younger, first game.
Who was your first game?
That's a good question, I can't even remember. That's a very good question. It could have been Charlton. We're embarrassed for these teams quite a bit sometimes, to be fair.
We got Foodie, man. Foodie, I'll get you on there to respond to that, man.
Foodie, you have to come in there. We'll get you
have to come on there and respond to that.
You know what? Now, we embarrassed a lot of teams. Imagine we had the best team in the country. We had the best team in the country. We had the best player in the country in Joe Cole, you know, at that age group. So from under 13s, under 14s, 15s, 16s, we went to the Milk Cup under 14s. We won that tournament. All the best like team all over the world. You know what I mean? Played Man United, who had a top team. You know, so yeah, we embarrassed a lot of teams. I can't remember who I played against the first team, but like I remember like schoolboy games. We'll be in the tunnel and that, and I'll look at the other team because I'll be captain. I'll look at it and be like, yeah, you lot are losing today. I'm already
that tunnel thing's real.
that talk.
That there, yeah.
I'm already in their head.
You
I'm
know,
already in your head.
you know.
I'm like, you're losing today. Just depends how we feel, how many you're going to be losing by.
I hear your thing.
You know what I mean? Like my kind of I'm already winning the battle on the tunnel.
Yeah. You already know you're better than them.
Yeah,
anyway, like you say.
we already know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't arrogant, but I knew. Like, so imagine I used to play midfield for West Ham till the manager Tony Carr moved me to defence. Bro, that was, for me, I felt that was the worst day of my life. Right, because I didn't want to be a defender. But it was so easy for me. No, but you know why I say that? Midfield, I struggled in midfield because I didn't have the fitness.
You got to work hard.
Yeah, I didn't have, he was up and down, he wanted a box-to-box player and I didn't have the fitness. And I didn't see it as a kid, right? Tony saw it, you know what I mean? So that's why he's a great coach. He saw it, so he goes. So one day, like, I played midfield, played well, and then he just goes, and there was a striker we was playing against and he was like really giving our defenders a tough time. You know what I mean? Like, big guy, quick, good feet. And he was like, the game was at Chadwell Heath and he was really giving us a torrid time. So Tony said, look, I'm going to put you at the back from midfield. And I was pissed. I was like, nah, man, I don't want to play at the back. He goes, just go at the back for me. Reluctantly, he went, all right, cool. I went and played at the back. Had the boy in my pocket. Like, so the boy couldn't do nothing after I went there. And I killed myself.
Yeah, now you're
because I played so well.
You're centre back now.
Yeah, I'm centre back now.
Yeah, you're
like that was it. From that day on, I just
and the manager's
I never looked back. Yeah, I never looked back. It was mad, and that's why I just from when I went to the back, I don't know if I would have got my like scholarship if I was a midfielder. I was good, but I didn't have the fitness, bro. So when I probably would have got it though, but you know what I mean, not at the level that because I signed my pro at 17. I got offered a pro my first year. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, So when I went to the back now, I just started flying, bro. Like, it was crazy. Like,
why did you stop playing? Obviously, you got mad injury. What age did you, in your mind, you feel like, oh, this is a struggle now?
Let me talk about why I think I got injured. Why I know I got injured.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
You see, I told you at the beginning, I did everything myself. Like training, like didn't really have any parents like to come just to the game and stuff like that. That's a huge thing, because I felt like the school took advantage of me because I was playing for my year, the year above, and the year above that. So sometimes I'll play like 4 games a week just for the like school and district, 4 or 5 games a week. And I'm a kid. I'm like 12 years old. So it put a lot of strain on my body. So obviously like by the time I'm 16, I've played bare games.
Yeah. Overworked.
Yeah, overworked. And like my body's still growing.
Yeah.
So that's definitely like...
I think that's part of it.
Yeah, 100% that's part of it. Yeah,
100%
that's part of it.
That's probably the major player, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Because I remember, like, I'll play for my team, my year. Teachers will ask me to play for the year above, then the year above that. And I'm like, thinking about it now, I will never, if I had a son, that will never happen. Impossible.
I would
never allow that. Never allow that. He'll play maybe 1 game a week.
At what level? At what age? Would you want him to play against bigger players, or would you want him to play his?
It depends how good he is. Like if he was maybe my standard, he'll play 1 game a week, maybe for the pro team, and that's it. Like, I'm not sure if I let him play for the school team.
There's a lot of that, isn't it, in schools, isn't it? Because like a lot of like kind of like the international and club games, like they kind of like don't want them to play for a school game, but then that's kind of where
where you start.
That's where you start. That's where you kind of
maybe
your passion is, isn't it?
But I got to listen to him as well. If he wants to play for the school, then he has to. I can't, dictate his career for him. He's got to do it himself if I had a son. So, but maybe he'll start off with the school team. But I got to watch how many games he played because what they did to me was messed up, though, bro. When you think about it,
it's too much.
Has like 12-year-old playing 5 games a week.
Keep their job.
Yeah, just to win. Like it was mad.
What stage did you feel like the football team was long? Did you ever feel like it was long, or did you feel?
Yeah, of course I felt it was long. Like, imagine being at the top, right? a young age, playing for England, you think you're gonna make it, signing a pro at a young age, then getting injured, like just at the time when you're training with the first team. Like, you know what I mean? I was with the first team, so I had that injury, man. I remember like when my knee locked, and then I had the operation, and the doctor, like, he was so nonchalant about it, so I thought everything was fine. You know what I mean? So the way he was, like, oh yeah, the operation went well, da 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 da. Bro, I was out for 2 years.
What, from the injury?
Yeah.
What, from the operation?
Yeah, bro.
What was the injury?
2 years. So they took the meniscus, lateral meniscus out. So basically, it's like your bone is like this, so it's the cushion between your bone. They took it on the outside part. Right, took it out, so it was just bone on bone. They took all of it out. Like, not just like, you know, normally they'll repair it or they'll trim it, but they just took all of it out. So my knee was just all bone on bone. So I had the same thing as Ledley and Jamie Redknapp. You know what I mean? Yeah, so from 2 years out, it was hard to get back. So I went in to see the doctor again, and he said to me, like, you need to look for something else to do. Like, you know, football, you can't play football. But so, like, arrogant about it.
What age is this?
I was 17. No, 18, 19. I was 19.
18, 19, he's telling you this is going to be a struggle for you to continue.
Not it's going to be a struggle. He said, you can't play football.
Oh, mate.
He said, like...
And in your head, you're thinking what?
I hate you. like, now seriously, I hate you because you did the operation.
But what was it the operation that stopped you playing football? Or was it, did something go wrong with the operation, or was it the injury?
I don't know whether it's both.
Oh, don't say that.
I don't know whether it's both, if I'm honest.
Oh, that's a shit. Don't say that. That can't be. That's in your mind that it could have been.
Yeah.
If he was at a different doctor, it could have. Really?
Yeah.
No.
100%. Like, that's definitely in my mind, in that. And like, when he said, it's the arrogance of some of these doctors, man. He goes, yeah, you're gonna have to look for something to do. Like, imagine that, like, this is what I want to do for my life. And he just like, bro, I cried when he said that. But then I got out, I called my brother and I said, the doctor just said this. He said, don't worry. Like, you know, he saw me, he heard like, you know what I mean? My tone, he heard I was crying. He goes, listen, don't worry, you'll be all right.
But evidently he wasn't.
Yes, but I went in, you know, I've done well to play as many games as I did, to be fair, professionally, and got as high as I did. I played championship at the highest level. You know, I never managed to play Prem, but with the injury I had, like, I wasn't the same player when I came back. You know what I mean? I didn't have my speed, you know, I didn't have my leap, like, my sharp, I lost a lot.
And you felt that?
Yeah, I felt that. You know
was you nervous about moving on the knee and all that?
At the beginning I was, but then you forget that. But you still know that you don't have, because my game was pace, like power, and you know what I mean?
Athleticism.
Yeah, I just knew like no one can beat me. That's how I felt in my mind. But when I came back from injury, like I lost that swag.
The confidence.
Yeah, the confidence. Yeah, and I totally lost that because I think, I'm not the same player. I felt my knee was always swelling. You know what I mean? I couldn't bend it properly. It just wasn't right, bro.
And then when you just thought one day?
No, then after that, I came back. Yeah, after he said you can't play again, I think about 4 months I started running, and I said, look, I'm gonna do this, John. To the physio, I want to do this. I want to try. And I kept running. I got back to a decent level. West Ham gave me another year because obviously I've been out for so long on my pro contracts. Had another year at West Ham. By that time, Harry had left. Glenn Roeder had taken over. You know, that's the year West Ham got relegated.
Yeah.
When Glenn Roeder took over.
Yeah.
And I thought I was good enough to get in the team. You know what I mean? So, but you know, that's when Jem was coming through, and then he brought through Glenn Johnson, because 2 years is a long time in football. Remember, Glenn was a year younger, so the next people have to come through. You know what I mean? So yeah, Glenn. So that year, I had 1 year left. When my contract finished, Leon Britton, I don't know if you remember Leon Britton.
Swansea, innit?
Yeah.
Centre fielder.
Yeah. So Brits was at West Ham as well. West Ham bought him from Arsenal to West Ham. And Glenn didn't give him a chance. Brits was a baller, bro.
A boy player, like a
baller.
mini Xavi, them type of
Like,
players,
that's
isn't
what
it?
I'm saying. From when
He's the original of Joe Allen, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Original.
Yeah, like he was. Yeah, I
So-
remember him still.
So Glenn didn't give him a chance. So Brits went. Imagine he had to go all the way to League Two to play football, right? And he went to Swansea. Swansea signed him. So he gave me a call. He goes, "Is like, you know, do you want to come to Swansea?" And that. I'm sitting in my house in Romford. I'm like, I don't even know where Swansea is,
That's
bro.
Wales and all them things.
I don't even know where. I said what? I said what? He goes, "You want to come to?" I said, "Where's Swansea, bro?" He goes, "It's in South Wales." I said, "Where's South Wales, bro?" Back then, bro, we in Newham. We didn't even come out of.
Yeah. That's not good.
I didn't even come out of Newham that much, bro.
How am I gonna get there? You
You
know
know what I mean? I said, like, where is this, bro?
I said, Wales.
Do you need a passport? I was like, he goes, so I'm just joking with him, man. So I'm laughing. I said, bro, he goes, I need to get a plane. He goes, nah, you just drive down. He took me 3 hours from, he goes, just come down. Just let the manager see you. Talk to the manager. He's really nice. Flinny. So I said, all right, cool. You know what? Let me just come down, like, because I was sitting by myself in my house. I'm like, I need to do something. You know what I mean? Let me just go try and kickstart my career somewhere else. Even though it's League Two, I still had the arrogance. Oh, no, I can play higher, but my body's kind of not letting me. But yeah, I drove to Swansea, trained. Like they wanted to see me train, like see if my injuries was gonna be all right and that. So I trained for a couple of days, and like he wanted to sign me straight away. Flinny did, and yeah, I ended up signing for Swansea, and stayed there for about 4 seasons. And like one of the best decisions I ever made. I loved it there, man.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. I loved it there, man. He had everything. I was a single guy, bro. I was like,
what is everything?
right, bro. I was a single guy, bro. I loved Swansea, you get me? And the boys that were there, they were great boys. Like I said, Brits, like, he looked after me when I first got there. I had Lee Trundle at that time. Like, everyone must remember who, like,
Yeah, but he was like a goal scoring machine,
bro,
innit?
what a player,
Left
bro.
footed.
Yeah, what a player.
I remember always hearing his name. I'm a diehard Arsenal fan. I just remember hearing this. There's a guy in like League One or League Two that just scores every game.
Every kind of goal, bro.
Yeah,
we had some ballers, though. Andy Robinson. We had some proper footballers. We had some dead players as well, though. But we had some proper footballers.
Name them.
I ain't gonna name. You know what? Yeah, with me, yeah, I don't like footballers that can't control a football. How can you be a footballer you can't control a football?
Yeah, but you know, but when you say that, what do you class as that? What you mean, like, what do you class as that?
If the ball comes to you,
because I had a debate the other day with someone about Sterling.
yeah,
Like we was having like people like I feel like a lot of people feel like he's not that good when I talk to people.
nah, Sterling's a baller. It's
Yeah,
a
but
lie.
would you class him as a player that can't control the football?
No, he can control the football.
Like Phil Walcott.
No, that man can control the football, bro.
Oh,
They
so
play
you
at top
said-
level. Bro, I mean, when the ball hits your foot and it bounces. I'm not talking about that high standard, but we had players that had touch tackle. Every time.
People that should not be there. People that should not be
Bro,
there.
listen.
Managers' sons and all that.
He was good at tackling and running and, you know what I mean? Like a midfielder that just run and, you know what I mean? Like disturb
Shouts a lot and all that.
Yeah, disturb the play and like get your foot in and that.
Go man, mark him and all
But
that.
if you pass him the ball, you won't get it back.
Oh, I hear, yeah.
You
Like channels.
You won't get it back. So it's just, yeah, we had a couple of them, but we had a lot of talented players as well. You know what I mean? But at that time when I first went to Swansea, it wasn't the best in that. Then we started building. Then I think Roberto Martinez was there. Was he there? Yeah, he was there. Roberto Martinez was there.
Yeah.
Him and Brits was in midfield. We had some good players, man. Really good players. I enjoyed my time at Swansea. Then from Swansea, you know, they offered me another year. Like, we got promotion to League One, you know, but they only offered me 1 year. I could see why they offered me 1 year because of my injury. You know, they weren't sure, but I wanted 2 years. You know, so I decided to leave and go to Scunthorpe. I just got promoted to the Championship. You know, signed for Scunthorpe, and then after Scunthorpe, I was there for like a season and a bit, and you know, had a little, like, there's a lot. I don't know, a lot happened. Had a little running with the manager. Then, like, you know, said, look, let me just leave. Left. was going to sign for Hamilton in Scotland. Then I had a phone call from the Bristol City manager because Scunthorpe got relegated after like the first season. So they're in League One now. So Bristol City manager called me, just said, look, Iz, come over, you know, trial, see how you get on. So I was there for a week, had a trial, had a game. They signed me the last 6 months. And they, you know, they wanted to offer me another contract after that 6 months. I did really well, but I had a medical, bro. The physio was like, it's...
You know, I thought you wanted to ask this, yeah? Before you, what is he in a medical? Because I don't understand how an injured player can pass a medical. I don't understand that.
So basically, they're just checking your movement, right? But if it's like a huge medical, they'll do like scans, MRI scans to check your bones and everything else.
But you passed medicals, right?
Yeah, I passed medicals because I was still fit. I could run, I could play. Like I didn't have like.
What would cause you not to pass a medical?
Anyone can pass a medical if they want to sign them, basically. You know what I mean? No, like if they really want to sign you, they'll sign you. Like it doesn't matter. But my knee was a big deal, like with the medical. There's no way I should have really passed, you know, a medical like that. You know,
was it a vigorous one as well?
No, not really. Remember, it was a low, like, I know it was the championship, you know, and they needed a centre half, so, and I could get about, I could still play. It's just that I couldn't train every day, you know, because my knee would just swell up, so I need to kind of manage my knee and try and just play on the Saturdays. But yeah, but I think every level the medicals are different.
Yeah, they might, naturally.
Like, look, I'm saying, look at like, you know, when you go to like United, Madrid and all them, like they put all the so we didn't get none of that.
Monitors everywhere and all that. It's different. So then, so we're saying after Scunthorpe, this is like what? This must be like mid-20s, isn't it? Give or take.
Yeah, because I retired at 27.
That's an early retirement.
Yeah. And that's like, you know, I done well to even play that long, from 20 to like 7 years after he said I couldn't play.
Yeah, shout you out for that, bro. Like, man told man he can't play and he's worked all his life to...
You know what I mean? Like for me, like I was playing with pain most of the time, bro. I was in pain. I was never 100%. I was probably like 75%. I was in pain all the time, every day, like after games, like, you know what I mean? I just had to manage that.
I was gonna start getting into the next stage of your life. I don't even know if we should get into that. You want to get into that?
No, we don't have to get into that. We can do that, you know, as we go along.
Yeah. Because I want people to like just get into the beginning bits and. Yeah.
We can definitely get along and like, you know, and then we have to talk about your life.
Yeah.
We have to talk about your pattern. You know,
we got to talk about my life, you know, as well.
We
got to get into all of that.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot to uncover.
There's a lot to get at because man, like I say, when I talk to you at family events, we click differently. Man just vibing. We just go into the depth.
Because you understand what I've been through, and I understand what you've been through. And if you don't go through it, you don't understand it.
You're not gonna understand.
You know what I mean? You're never gonna understand it. You know what I mean? I never want to see that blue bow again in my life, bro. It's like, I never want to see a blue bow again.
This is mad. This is mad. This how man, because man was in the man's in the papers.
Yeah.
And man's talking about professional footballer goes to prison and.
You know, it's not the first time. It's happened before, but what I went in for, obviously.
But who's happened? I don't really remember many footballers that have been in jail.
Marlon King went jail. Remember Marlon King played Prem?
Oh, Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney's been jail. But they went jail before.
Yeah, Leon McKenzie.
Didn't they go jail before though?
No, I don't think it was before. I think it was during his thing. Marlon definitely went during his playing time after he's played Prem. McKenzie went.
Yeah, I know Troy. Yeah.
You know, I think Leon was a driving offence. You know what I mean? We'll get him on. We'll get Leon on. He can tell his own story.
Yeah, we got to get people off of that. You know off of that path, bro.
Like definitely, and yeah, my thing was mad, bro. Bro, it was mad. It was mad. I just like.
And it just come from nowhere.
Nowhere.
That's the difference. Yeah. That's what
because I kept it quiet, man, because I'm thinking like I never thought I was ever gonna go inside, bro. because I know myself, innit? Like, you know me. I'll never go and start beef with anyone. Like, for me, like, I love people, innit? So, like, if I see you, my first thing is to say hello. Like, even if I don't know you, bro, I don't have no problem with nobody. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have beef. I don't go out, like, screwing people. Like I'm a happy person. You know what I mean? That's my first one. I'm a happy person. But remember where we grew up, bro. Yeah. Remember my environment, innit? Like, if someone puts it on me, I'm gonna put it back on you, innit? Like, we learn to defend ourselves. Otherwise, you're gonna be bullied from a young age. If you don't stand up for yourself, from young, I remember I was bullied when I was younger, right? But I learned from then, if you don't stand up for yourself, it's gonna continue.
Yeah, it will continue, man.
You know what I mean? And I remember this boy, we had a basketball court, Upton Park. Like, I used to live on Kings Road, Upton Park. We had a basketball court, and some boy, he's like maybe 4 years older. I was good at sport, I was better than in basketball. He used to bully me because I beat him, but he used to bully me, like what I wore, you know what I mean? He's just constantly, because he couldn't beat me on the court. You know what I mean? And one day I just stood up to him, bro. I'm like, let's go. Stood up to him. And he backed down. He didn't want it. You know what I mean? Because it's the fear that they let you keep. If you keep that fear,
it's a mental thing.
It's mental thing. So you come out of that. You know what I mean? And from that day on, when I know I can stand up for myself, and like people don't really want it. And like that's when I knew, like, I'm not gonna be bullied again. Like, I don't care if I get busted. I mean, I'm not gonna be. I'm a man, bro. You can't like. So when that situation happened, like, for me, it's a reaction, isn't it? The guy punched me, I punched him back.
No, save it.
Right. Cool. There's a lot to talk about because there's stories, like, I want to tell you, like, New Year's Eve party, when, like, I was still at West Ham, me, Anton's cousin Max, and Rio was at Leeds. He come down, like, from Leeds, he was injured, I think, and we went out to Faces, right? We went out to Faces. And it all kicked off, but I gotta save it for now. I gotta save it for
But I even remember, I was gonna start talking about the party life and that, because I know footballers have got this party life.
I'm married, you know, dude.
But you see when you're at Swansea, you're single though.
Yeah, for real. You know, I can talk about this.
You've never spoke about all this with her.
Yeah, cool. Listen, I can talk about my past, because that's my past, innit?
Yeah, cool.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's like stuff that happened before I met my missus.
Of course.
All that can be spoken about. That's not issue at all.
Of course, because
and a lot happened.
Because their reputation, you lot's reputation is like, I've seen footballers out. They don't care. Like, real footballers, when they're out, they've got all the money in the world and they really don't mind.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care, bro.
Yeah, they don't care.
Like,
and girls are afraid themselves.
Bro, like man's. Yeah, I have to say this one. Man's out, and man, with certain people, bruv, you could just be walking beside the right person, and you can literally pick. You got a plethora of women.
Yeah.
I've been out with footballers, like top class footballers, and you're just thinking, is this really?
Yeah. Bro, imagine.
Like, rappers get it as well, but
rappers, yeah. Musicians are different.
Musicians get because they're always in clubs or whatever, but footballers have got a. Like, certain top level got different level of spending to UK rappers anyway. I don't know about.
Yeah, and the arrogance about themselves.
Yeah, they got different levels, but it's just the spending level's different.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's a spending level that is a different.
Bro, I went through a stage where I thought I could draw anyone. I thought if I would have seen Halle Berry, I would have tried to draw Halle Berry.
Yeah, I hear that.
That was the confidence.
I heard that.
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. The confidence is so high. Like, I don't know, it's so high, bro, because you think you're on top of the world. Yeah, you think you can do anything you want.
You can do anything.
Anything, bro, especially like...
But you are on top of the world.
You are on top of the world. And I think you didn't really care about rejection because you know you was going to get a yes more time than a no. Like, you know what I mean?
More often than time, you're having to say no. That's how it was when I went out with these, but you have to say
like,
no.
Nah, you can't be on that,
You have to say, yo, no, but like...
Yeah, allow it, you know, not to,
I'm not, listen... I know you think I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. I'm beside them. I am not.
It's different now, though. It's different than when we used to go out now. The girls that go out now, it's like, they're scanned. They know who's out. They're like, oh, he plays for Tottenham. He plays for Chelsea.
Like, you must think it's not a plan.
Bro, it's a plan now. But when we was going out, Girls didn't know.
I know a girl.
The internet weren't like
I know a
that.
girl that says she wants to be a wag.
Come on, it's normal now.
I want to be a wag. I want to be a wag. Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Yeah, that's
you just want what is at any cost?
bro.
And what level are we talking about here? And what? I
wanna
don't
be a
know, fam.
wag.
But we get
Did they teach that in school, the lesson? Like, I don't know, like, because what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a wag.
You just want to have money, bro. They just want to.
Yeah.
It's an easy life as far as they're concerned, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
But we'll get into all of them things.
Yeah,
man.
for sure. No, there's a lot to come out. But yeah, but I want to hear about your life as well, though, because you got a very interesting, like.
Yeah, my story.
You know what I mean? Your story is mad.
Yeah, slightly, but my story could easily implicate
people. Yeah, but you don't have to mention any name. Though.
Yeah.
But it's done though now, no?
Yeah, the actual case is done.
Yeah.
But it was linked to
Other things.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So.
But you don't have to talk about your case. Just like
experience.
Your lifestyle and experience.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? What you've been through.
Man can talk generally. Man will talk generally.
You know what I mean? Because really. Like, this is why we call this Road to Wembley.
You know what
I mean?
Before we start, man was meant to have, man had different pictures up here, you know.
Yeah, I know. The road thing was a bit much, though. The road thing was a bit much.
The one of the pictures we had, I don't know if
it was too grimy, bro.
I don't know if it was suitable. I don't know if it was suitable.
It's not even 18s, it's 25.
I don't know if the kids would want to watch, if the parents would want their kids to watch one of the pictures up there.
Yeah, that's why we want to call it Road to Football, because, like, obviously, like we said, growing up in. Like, we grew up in Newham, so like you don't get many options to get out, you know, football, music, road.
Exactly.
And you know what I mean? And we want to hear part of that, because obviously, like, for me, I got nephews now growing up, young men, and like I worry for them every day. You get me? Like, because you never know, you're always hearing about this kid getting stabbed, that kid getting stabbed, that kid, and like for me, it's for no reason, bro. Because for me, I'd love to like do something together to stop all that, because we're just killing ourselves.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to see another brother dying, you know what I mean? That's for what reason? Because two people are losing their life. You kill someone, you're going to jail. You don't want to go jail. People don't understand it.
No, I don't think they do.
You do not want to go jail,
It makes me weird when I think like a lot of people like they talk and there's like an underhand or under like feeling that it's cool. You know, like when you talk to a lot of people, there's like a little underhand feeling like it's like. Yeah,
bro,
it's
I saw people. Bro, you know where they put me? I was in Belmarsh, right? I saw people crying once their case and they got.
We was on a case with somebody that was crying in my arms.
It's not fun, bro. Once you're in there,
he's a young buck.
Yeah.
And he's crying in my arms. And I'm thinking, I need you to.
Yeah.
Like. My brother's come out of the court cell. This is what I'm saying. This is what happened. My brother's come out of the court cell. My brother's because we got different approaches.
Yeah.
And he said to the guard after the court, he said to the guard, let me stop. My brother. Let me chat to my brother quickly. Whatever. It's not like he's gone about D. I can't talk to him. Like, please chat to him. Okay, it's not looking how we thought as natural as we thought it would be. So I've gone in there. And obviously my approach was a little bit different. I was talking. Obviously I'll go into another time. I'm talking, and he's burst out in tears, bruv.
Yeah, bro.
I think what's going on there? This
I went in there. I thought I wouldn't want my worst enemy in her.
But do you know what it is about it? It's more mental, bruv. Like, to see me, I can't be sat in there and.
Bruv, it's 24-hour banger.
Bruv, I can't do all that, bruv. You see when I'm in there, bruv, man, I'm outside. We're playing football and that.
Yeah.
Man, playing basketball, football and that. Because there's a couple other people in there that man knew that will kind of, and we're all out ourselves and we've got some, but that's only because of who people are and whatever.
Bro, yeah, but they let you out your cell, bro. Bro, I mean,
No, they didn't just let me out. We had to maneuver and whatever.
You see, that's what pisses me off though, because like, obviously, like these kids have never experienced it, yeah? And they want to be bad, they want to be gangsters, It's not fucking cool, bro.
Yeah, but how do we get that message across? Because that's basically what it comes down to. We've got to let people know and figure it out that, you know what, certain things when you're younger are natural to you. See, what's natural to us is not natural to, listen, the hood, or not even, it's hoods all over the place, but in the London cities or in a like certain cities are the minority. and they're like 0.001 of the world. Do you understand? So what you seem to think that is the norm there is the most abnormal thing anywhere else in the world. And that's what we got. That's the message we got to get across to people, because, like you say, football, any sport and that can get you out of even experiencing things that people are not meant to experience. Because no human's supposed to be experiencing a cage.
100%.
That's not what. That's not, even no animal is supposed to experience a cage. Period.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth of it. And we're experiencing cages. How can we be experiencing cages?
We're human being, bro.
If they really want me to start talking, I'll start talking and telling people how uncool it is, because people don't realise, and you lose your mind, you obviously your family.
But let me ask you something though. All right, cool. So we grew up in, like you said, in a small district in a big world, right? Like this happens everywhere. Why do people claim where they're from so much? Because for me, that holds you back.
Why do people claim where they're from so much? That's a good question. You get me? That's a good question, Izzy. People claim it because it's what you've been through. It's your family, innit? It's not so much like where you're from, but so many people want to derail you that if you don't. Same thing you said about defending your own or defending or it's the same thing. Like the claiming of it is you've got other opposing teams.
But that's the problem though, because everyone's claiming their own places. It's like an opposing team, so it turns into a game or a match or
it's no different to like the passion that you have for your country.
It's a big difference, bro.
Why? I've been here more than I've been in St. Lucia.
I've been here longer than I've been in Nigeria.
The only reason why I claim St. Lucia and that so much is because I'm in love with the culture, and I love the black culture and the Caribbean culture, and
I get what you're saying. Like for me, like I don't know. I think the people who claim like this is my ends, they want to fight for it. Sometimes people they think like if you come out the ends, you start doing well for yourself. You come out the ends, you're a sellout.
Yeah, that's the norm. Yeah.
Get out of the ends, bro. That's the dream.
Yeah, that's the dream. Yeah.
Hey,
but your dream is not just for you to get. The dream is to bring everyone with you.
Everyone with you.
That's the dream.
You know what I mean? You want all your people to be out of there. You know what I mean? You're put there. Yeah, it's like we didn't want to be there. They put us there because that's the shittiest place. Like, you know what I mean? So we had to start from the bottom. Like, don't claim it so. But for me, I just don't want them to be like, oh yeah, this is my ends, like, and put everything into it so much. Like,
yeah, do you know what we do? I've got a couple of professional footballers that are in crossroads, but they've ended up being more on this side, unfortunately. Yeah. That I'll probably get on there and we can ask them those questions.
Yeah, 100%. I want them, man.
They're real life. Like, they're still in the field, some of them, God forbid, touch wood, so.
Yeah, because I want to know that. I want to know, I want to know why in Newham.
We can delve into.
Yeah, I'd love to know that though, because it baffles me sometimes, because I'm like, bro, this is Newham. Like, I grew up, I could go anywhere in Newham. When I was growing up.
Yeah, no, that's long gone.
I could go anywhere, like most places in London.
Yeah.
Like now, some people can't. They live in Newham. They can't even go some places in Newham.
Yeah.
That's fucking mad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, imagine I'm playing football. I play for Newham District, but I can't go to see my friend who plays for Newham as well.
It's not even that you can't go. You wouldn't go.
That's the thing.
That's the issue.
That's mad.
Like, even if
you could go, you wouldn't go.
I damn it. Like, unless there's a reason for, or you've got, or you know what I'm saying?
That's mad though.
It's mad, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how it all got like that, because it was never like that at all, bro. We used to go to bare shops everywhere: Forest Gate, Stratford, Ilford. Like, you know what I mean? Underrated shops, bro. Like,
but it comes but that's a different convo. That's more beef, isn't it? You're talking about. That's a beef thing. Like, man, like sometimes it's better to avoid certain places because you're gonna get into it.
Yeah, but what's the beef for?
No one knows, man. No one knows why beef starts, man. It always starts from anything, man.
Yeah, but long time in it. But it carries on.
There's one beef that's like, even now, this is not the end beef, but there's a beef that's got all the way, like, it started over a bike.
What?
It started over a bike. Like, because I know the origins of this situation. A lot of other people don't know the origins, but it's just dragged a lot of people in.
Yeah.
It started with a bike.
Someone took someone's bike.
Started with someone, and it wasn't even that person. It was that person who was with someone else that wasn't even there, and that person took someone's bike. But the bike's got back.
Yeah. But now it's too late.
This person did this, but then one little thing.
Violation.
Is
that one of the things that happened in Canning Town and from one of the school kids?
No, I don't know where this happened.
No. I'm saying something like allegedly something like there was a stabbing in Canning Town. I don't know. I don't moved back close to the area, bro, and like I don't know whether that's something different.
You're probably talking about like other thing. This is this one is like it's at the highest level, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, it's at the highest level, but it's
over a bike.
That's the origins of it.
But we need to. Our age group need to do more.
That's why we're doing this. That's what we're trying to do.
We need to do more because
people got to come on and just.
We need to do more because these kids, the stupidity is like beyond.
Yeah, it's madness.
Like
it's madness. It's madness, but it's how we change it, and the only way we change it is by people hearing it from real people.
But we got to talk to the youngsters though. Why are they so angry?
Most of them are not even angry, you know.
Are you sure, bro? There's a lot of anger, bro.
But the couple of you that we done, that you saw the other day or whatever, that you've been around, a couple of people.
Yeah.
Did they seem angry to you?
Not at all, bro. It's mad calm.
But if you used to go on blogs or certain things, people will be like, well, that's that young buck, that woman, that's that's why I'm doing this football thing, so that they see them in a different light.
Yeah.
Because obviously.
But let me ask you, you've been around Casey though, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
How calm is Casey?
Yeah, of course, come on.
The calmest guy in the world. When you see him.
Come on, man. He's like, but always it's always like that. The people that are the most serious are always
the quiet
comfortable in their own skin and that. They're always like that. I'm saying, but yeah, that's my killie, man. Free him up always. Yeah. This is a football podcast, but free him up still.
But we only meant to do an hour, bro. I swear it's 9:30, bro.
No, we started at like 20 past, didn't we?
Is it 20 past? Oh,
yeah, but we're good to go. We're good. But yeah, the road to
Road to Wembley.
The road to Wembley or the road to football? It's up to you.
Yeah, road to Wembley, road to football. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out as we go along.
But yeah, this is gonna be. We're gonna get different types of people on there.
Yeah, bro. It's not just gonna be about football. We want to talk about real life.
Yeah.
You know?
We're gonna start getting lots of different versions on there and just bring the people that we know. And shout, like I say, always 24/7. Shout out my brother.
Yeah, big up Kano.
Kano, man.
Duppy share.
He had a launch party the other day.
Yeah.
Proper thing. This is his drink. Make sure you go support this drink, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want no excuses, bro.
You can get it into all your big stores, Tesco.
You know what I'm saying? You're definitely gonna see it on this thing. 24/7. But yeah, Izzy. What do you pronounce your surname?
Iriekpen.
Iriekpen.
Yeah,
Izzy Iriekpen.
easy.
I've always struggled with that, you know.
Did people find out your name? Because I know you was doing that thing, that challenge on Instagram, and they couldn't figure out your name. And they couldn't figure out your name.
A couple people know. A couple people know my name, but it's only certain people.
Yeah, I knew they weren't gonna get it.
They're not gonna guess my name.
Yeah, that's true.
Man can't guess my name. My name's like.
Yeah.
Definitely said your name's made up. I was like, boy, if only you knew, family. If only you knew.
Oh man.
But yeah, Jus D, man. That's my name. But yeah.
Bless up to Chris still.
Big up Chris. Big up my brother there, e-commerce. I didn't get to say hello to him today. He's always there. That's my brother, man.
Nah, bless.
But yeah, we're gonna episode 1 done. Episode 2 are coming, man.
Yeah. No, for real.
We're coming soon as well.
On a talk, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a number as well for people to get in touch.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So do this proper. Man. You know, it's gonna be a conversation for everyone, man. We want London, not just London. We want to talk about. I know this is happening in Birmingham, Manchester, all over the cities in the UK. Happens everywhere, man.
Happens everywhere, man.
So we wanna stop all this killing and just nonsense as well, man.
And if you've got a chance, take it, man. Because not everyone gets second and third chances.
100%. There's a lot of young boys like doing life in jail. And like you know what though? I was thinking like, you see, when I was younger, yeah, my mentality, like different stages in life, innit? You kind of evolve. Mm-hmm. Like when you're younger, your brain is not developed, bro. Like and you feel invincible, like you feel you can do anything in the world, innit? So it's hard. Like when people do stuff when they're younger, it's difficult to view them the same way as they're getting older, you know. So like, if you're going jail from a young age and you've been there for 10 years, like 30 years is a fucking long time, bro. Like, bro.
Oh, man, I can't think of that, bro.
Like, it's a fucking long time. So that's why I want them to think about it. Like, do
but
not do nonsense, bro.
People don't realise how what that feels like when you're looking at a long amount of years and all them things there. That's just like, what? What are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I thought I was going to get bail. Like, genuinely believed. I honestly believed I was going to get bail.
Yeah.
Like, even though it was far-fetched, the case was mad and all that, but I just thought, my record's clean.
Yeah.
Like, these times, my Auntie Mel got me because I was doing nothing else. She got me a job, so I was working 2-3 days a week doing like youth work in the school, after school clubs and the football and tennis and doing table tennis with them. I was walking around the school
Next time, let's save it, man. Let's save it. Yeah.
You just start going into it.
Next,
that's like another 2 hours, bro.
There's a lot to go into.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, big up everyone, man. We're
gonna loosen up a bit more. Like next time, we might have a few drinks.
No, we'll have a yak on the next one, man. But I just wanted to make sure we just keep it normal.
Yeah, for real.
Is it?